Even heroes need a break. Imagine standing on a steel fortress, cutting through endless blue waters, far from land, far from family. The deck vibrates beneath your boots, jet engines thunder above, and salt fills the air. For U.S. Navy sailors, this isn't a movie scene, it's daily life. But what happens when the commands stop echoing and the sea turns calm? Do these men and women finally relax, or does the ocean silence bring a different kind of pressure? What they do when they're off duty might surprise you, because their breaks look nothing like ours. On board an American warship, rest isn't just leisure, it's survival. Each free hour is a moment to recharge before duty calls again. Between strict routines and military precision, even a small pocket of peace feels like a victory. Aboard a U.S. Navy warship, time doesn't move like it does on land. There's no weekend, no Sunday morning peace. Sailors work in watches, for hours of duty, 8 hours off, repeating around the clock. It's a rhythm that keeps the ship alive 24/7, no matter the waves, but off-duty doesn't mean free from responsibility. Even during their rest, sailors remain alert for drills, emergencies, or sudden orders from command. The sea doesn't care if it's midnight. Danger can rise without warning. Despite that, these men and women have mastered the art of balance. Between shifts, they carve out moments to breathe, reading, laughing, or simply staring into the horizon, where sky and water become one dot inside a U.S. Navy vessel. Space is a luxury no one truly has. Bunks are stacked 3 high, corridors are narrow, and privacy barely exists. You can hear the hum of machines even while trying to sleep. Each sailor learns to live with efficiency, folding clothes with military precision, storing personal items in small lockers, and adapting to constant noise. But despite the limits, these spaces become their second home, a place of routine and quiet comfort. Over time, sailors personalize their tiny spaces, photos from home, letters, small tokens that remind them who they're fighting for. It's these little touches that keep their spirits alive, even in the middle of the endless sea, when the weather is kind and the mission allows. The Navy hosts something special, the Steel Beach Picnic. It's the one day when the deck transforms into a floating festival. Thousands of sailors come out under the blazing sun. There's music, grilled food, volleyball nets, and laughter echoing across the deck. It's a brief moment when the warship feels like home, not a battlefield. From above, it looks surreal, a tiny celebration in the middle of nowhere. But for those on board, it's a reminder of why they endure the sea's endless challenges. Even warriors need sunshine. Free time on a ship isn't always fun and games. Many sailors use it to clean, organize, or study for upcoming exams. Promotions in the Navy aren't just given. They're earned through constant learning and performance. Some use this quiet time to take online courses or read technical manuals, turning downtime into opportunity. The U.S. Navy strongly encourages personal development, knowing that smarter sailors make stronger fleets. Discipline never fades, even off-duty. It's part of their DNA. Every sailor knows that excellence is built in the small, unseen hours when no one's watching. Not all sailors spend their time studying. Some turn to entertainment to escape the routine. Video games like Call of Duty and World of Warships are wildly popular on board. It's not unusual to find a small crowd gathered around screens, cheering, competing, and laughing together. Others plug in headphones, listening to music that takes them back home, even if just for a moment. Some sailors bring guitars or keyboards, turning common rooms into makeshift studios. Songs fill the corridors, country, rock, rap, and even sea shanties echo across steel walls. Music connects them all, no matter their rank or background. Physical training is a crucial part of off-duty life. With limited space, sailors adapt. Push-ups between machinery, running laps on the deck, or lifting improvised weights. Exercise keeps not just the body strong, but also the mind sharp. Studies show that Navy personnel who maintain regular fitness routines report 40% lower stress levels at sea. Even under harsh conditions, discipline in training mirrors their mental resilience. Whether it's sunrise workouts or nighttime drills, sailors prove that strength is a state of mind as much as muscle. Communication is everything when you're separated from family for months. Modern U.S. warships are equipped with satellite internet that allows sailors to send emails or even video call home during downtime. Hearing a loved one's voice is enough to lift morale instantly. Some say a single message from home can motivate them more than any pep talk from a commander. It's these small connections that remind them there's a world waiting, and that every mission, every sleepless night, is worth it. Every sailor earns 30 paid vacation days a year. But getting time off at sea isn't easy. Liberty calls, short breaks when ships dock, become treasured moments of freedom. In those few hours ashore, sailors explore local ports, try new food, call home, or simply enjoy the feeling of solid ground. It's not much, but it's enough to feel human again when longer leaves come. Many choose to visit family, while others travel, because after months at sea, the world looks brighter, more colorful, and deeply appreciated. The greatest bond on any ship isn't forged in battle, it's built in those quiet hours off duty. Friendships formed on the open sea last a lifetime. When one sailor struggles, another steps in. Birthdays, achievements, or even small milestones are celebrated with homemade cakes and laughter. It's these moments that make the Navy feel like family, because in the end, no matter how vast the ocean or how long the mission, the sailors of the U.S. Navy stand together, on duty, off duty, always, even in free time. Silence can be heavy. The sea has a way of reminding sailors how far they are from home. Some admit that loneliness is the hardest battle they fight, but this solitude also builds strength. It teaches patience, reflection, and focus, qualities no classroom could ever teach. The Navy knows that mental endurance is just as vital as combat readiness. Every quiet minute spent under the endless horizon prepares them, not just for war, but for life beyond the uniform. For the rest of the world, the ocean is a mystery. For U.S. sailors, it's a workplace, a home, and a test of will. Their free time may be short, but it's filled with purpose, brotherhood, and a deep sense of pride. They may laugh, train, or rest, but behind every calm moment lies readiness. Because at any second, a single command can turn peace into action. That's life aboard a U.S. Navy warship, a world where duty never truly sleeps. And every off-duty moment tells the story of courage beneath the waves. It's smaller than a U.S. destroyer, but engineered for close-range combat and coastal defense, making it a dangerous opponent in shallow waters. The U.S. destroyer's captain contacts Fleet Command, transmitting real-time data feeds to headquarters in Norfolk. Orders come back within seconds. Maintain distance, keep eyes on target, and prepare for escalation protocols. Weapons systems quietly power up. Surface-to-air missile hatches open slightly, ready but not armed. Electronic warfare suites begin jamming tests, gauging how the Venezuelan radar reacts. On board, sailors stay calm but focused. Even a minor signal misread could trigger a radar lock, forcing retaliation. It's a chess game of precision, played on open waters. In Washington, the Situation Room lights glow late into the night. Defense analysts, admirals, and intelligence officials monitor the feed in real time. Every movement of the Venezuelan warship is projected onto digital maps. The Pentagon's concern isn't just the encounter itself, but what it represents, a test. Is Venezuela trying to provoke a U.S. reaction to gain political leverage, or are they signaling deeper alliances? The president and defense advisors know one move could change regional power dynamics overnight. The question isn't if the U.S. will respond, it's how. Venezuela has long viewed U.S. naval patrols in the Caribbean as direct interference. With rising oil stakes and military modernization, its leadership wants to reassert dominance over its maritime territory. Its new defense doctrine, announced earlier this year, emphasizes deterrence, particularly against what it calls foreign intrusions. That language was a clear warning aimed at the U.S. Navy. By afternoon, the Venezuelan warship cuts closer, now within visual range. Binoculars show the national flag flying high and radar dishes rotating toward the U.S. destroyer. A tense radio message breaks through. U.S. vessel, you are operating in Venezuelan sovereign waters. Alter course immediately. The message is firm, unmistakably hostile. The American crew holds position, replying with calm professionalism. We are operating in international waters. The air thickens with tension. For a few seconds, both sides lock onto each other's signals, a silence heavier than cannon fire. Had either ship misread radar signals or fired a warning shot, the incident could have spiraled into global headlines overnight. Military experts note that such moments have sparked wars before. All it takes is one miscalculated trigger. U.S. analysts later revealed that the Venezuelan ship's missile systems were on standby, not active, to sign that even they didn't want escalation, just intimidation. The U.S. destroyer eventually altered course slightly, giving both sides room to disengage. No shots were fired, but both fleets learned a powerful lesson. Even peace can feel like walking on a knife's edge.